communicating a goal to spread fear over the country, to spread lies, to spread corruption. And what do you see from Job? Communication. You tell God, blessed be your name. You see the exact same thing. And then the third thing, in all this, Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly. So he never turned on God. So what's the message I'm trying to tell you? What I'm trying to tell you is this, Bahamas, and listen and follow me. What I'm saying is, what did Jesus say? Jesus said, Satan cannot cast out Satan, else his kingdom will be destroyed. It will be divided. So Satan cannot cast out Satan. The people were saying to Jesus, you cast out demon by the prince of demons, Beelzebub. And Jesus said that's impossible because Satan can't cast out Satan, else he destroys his own kingdom. And what I'm trying to tell you is, corrupt politicians cannot prosecute corrupt politicians, else their kingdom will be destroyed. So you see successive corrupt governments. What I'm trying to tell you is large brothers cannot prosecute large brothers. They are not together, else their laws will be destroyed. So what I'm trying to tell you is, the only place that we see division is in the homes. You see single parent families. You see men and wives. They're taking each other to court and the children suffering. So how is it the kingdom of darkness, they can bind together and they can run everything like an organization where processes perfect. You see successive corrupt governments. They look out for each other. You see the large brothers, corruption, corrupted, looking out for each other. But yet, we as a people, we as Christians, we can't look out for each other. So God, praise you, may bless this, God, may check this, and help us to be organized. As Christians, help us to look out for each other. As Christians, help us to always praise the name of God. And as Christians, help us to always worship, no matter what we see happening in our lives. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
views expressed on this program are not the views of ZNS TV 13 and, by extension, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
At Harold One, I'm Ted Jervis, and this is ZNS.
The news is brought to you by BTC. For the fastest speed internet, get BTC Fiber. Sign up for a fiber bundle and get a $500 Visa gift card. Visit a retail store to sign up today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, police investigating a double homicide in the capital. Bahamians observe World AIDS Day in sports. Baha Mar Hoops wraps up. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition starts now. Welcome to the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition. Good evening, I'm Desmond Saunders. Thanks for joining us. Another family in mourning following a senseless shooting in the capital. The ordeal leaving 2 men dead and another clinging for life. Mauritian Burrows has more.
Last night's triple shooting in Pinewood Gardens left 2 men dead and another injured. The tragic ordeal unfolding near Plain Street off Willow Tree Avenue. Chief Superintendent Christopher Minus confirmed that shortly after 10 p.m., shots rang off in the community, alerting authorities where upon investigation, 2 unresponsive bodies were found and pronounced dead at the scene by EMS.
Tonight, we are looking for 2 men who is responsible for this triple shooting that occurred through Plain Street. At about 10:30 p.m. today's date, the police received information of a shooting in the area of Plain Street. The police would have attended the scene and discovered these body of 2 males lifeless. This matter is currently under investigation.
The victims, both presumed to be between the ages of 30 to 40, were shot at a business establishment in the community after authorities say the culprits, believed to be two males, escaped in a light-colored vehicle. While a 36-year-old man has been arrested thus far in connection with the incident, Chief Superintendent Minus says investigations are ongoing.
This matter is currently under investigation, and I'm reaching out to the persons who live in this area that if they have any information that would assist the police in their investigation, to kindly contact us at 919, at Crime Tipsters 328 Tips, and at CID 502-9991.
This double murder has pushed the country's murder count to 113 for the year. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Marishan Barrows.
A male pedestrian believed to be in his late 40s struck by two vehicles Saturday night as he was walking west on Wolf Road in Union Village. Assistant Superintendent of Police in the Traffic Division, Dimitri Capon, says the male victim was pronounced dead on the scene, and both drivers who hit the pedestrian now assisting police with their investigation.
Preliminary reports indicate that shortly after 9 p.m., a male pedestrian was traveling west on Wolf Road in the area of Sunlock when he was struck by a vehicle that failed to remain on the scene. A short time later, a male patron, a driver of who was visiting the nearby establishment. He was reversing out when he was flagged down where it was informed to him that he had struck the pedestrian. Now, we are still in the very early stages of this investigation. However, we are appealing to any members of the public who are in this area during this time, shortly after 9 o'clock, that can shed any light on this accident that occurred. And we are asking persons to be very cognizant of persons, of any vehicles, of any motorcyclists, of any pedestrians, to please drive with due care and attention for not just themselves, but for other road users.
Road users being asked to drive with caution, particularly this holiday season. The Assistant Superintendent now making this strong appeal.
Remind drivers to please drive with due care and attention. For other road users, for other motorists, for other motorcyclists, please drive with due care and attention. Drive within the speed limits. We have the speed limits posted. We're asking persons to drive within the speed limits. Wear your seatbelt. Wear your seatbelt. Drive. Do not drink and drive. We're not asking you to drink and drive. We're not asking you to drink and then drive. We are saying to you that you have to stop at the red traffic light because it's not a suggestion, it is the law. One life lost in a fatal car crash is simply one too many.
The Zonta Club of the Bahamas is launching a major campaign to combat gender-based violence in the country. The event attracting a wide cadre of activists and stakeholders. Our West College Forbes was there.
Among the notable attendees was the wife of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis, who delivered an inspiring speech emphasizing the importance of unity in the fight against violence. She highlighted the importance of all members of society to take a stand and support victims. We are committed to create a culture of respect and equality, she affirmed, urging attendees to be advocates for change in their own communities.
Physical violence, violence against women and young girls. This, I think, is a sort of a culture that we have in our nation, because violence in the home is so prevalent and it's known to be happening for a long time. This is a culture that we have to break if we have to seriously end violence against women and girls.
The Honorable Alfred Sayers, also in attendance, shared insights on ongoing effects to tackle gender-based violence. He spoke about the importance of education and awareness in preventing violence and encouraged everyone to engage in conversations that challenge harmful norms and behaviors.
And I said, how many of you men here have cried in the front of your children? They look at me like I was crazy. They said, because you have to be strong for your children. But if you're hiding, you mean to tell me you can hide it and then go hurt somebody else? So clearly, We are in need of rehabilitation.
As the Bahamas continue to battle this pressing issue, events like the Zonta serves as a reminder of the collective responsibility to protect and uplift all individuals. The Zonta Club remains dedicated to raising awareness and advocating for policies that support victims and prevent violence, ensuring that the message of no more violence echoes throughout the nation. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Collins Forbes.
The Bahamas joins the world in bringing awareness to the continuing plight of the AIDS pandemic during this World AIDS Day. World AIDS Day is observed annually December 1st each year since 1988 to raise awareness about HIV and AIDS and provides a call to action for the protection of human rights. This year's theme, Take the Right Path, My Health, My Right. As of 2020, the acquired immune deficiency syndrome has killed between 27.2 million and 47.8 million people worldwide. An estimated 37.7 million people are living with HIV, making it one of the most important global public health issues in recorded history. Director of the HIV and Infectious Diseases Program and consultant at the Princess Margaret Hospital, Dr. Nakia Forbes.
At the end of 2023, we had 4,098 people living with HIV and AIDS in the Bahamas. That's 1% of the population was living with. So we know that 1% of the population is living with HIV, and that has actually been a decline in recent years. And so when we look at the trends of new infections, we had 130 new infections in the year 2023, and that was a 63% decline in the past 10 years. AIDS deaths are also down. We saw 48% decline in AIDS deaths in the past 10 years, but we do still have work to do in the fight against HIV and AIDS. We have global targets, so-called the 95-95-95 targets, where we aim to have 95% of persons knowing their status, 95% of those persons on medication, and 95% of those having the gold standard of viral suppression, which means there are no copies of HIV detectable in a blood sample.
Dr. Forbes highlighted the strides and progress of the Bahamas towards the AIDS fight.
The government of the Bahamas has committed to free medication from early on in the fight against HIV in the country, and medications are absolutely free. With the rollout of these medications in the, I would say, early 90s, we started to see a sharp decline in HIV, but it's also the efforts of, for example, the team at the center to raise awareness, to do testing. So there's many ways that people can keep themselves safe from HIV, including knowing their status, getting tested, safe sex, condoms and lubricants. We have a lot of ways to prevent HIV now, including medications, the HIV prevention pill PrEP, one pill once a day for those that are HIV negative. Most at risk for HIV can keep persons HIV negative, for example. So those are some of the things.
The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition continues after this.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Sounds of Christmas.
Amari, it's time to go. Amari!
This holiday season, don't get left behind. Stay connected with lightning-fast fiber internet from BTC. When you sign up for a BTC fiber bundle, you can also get a $500 gift card on us. So you see, being home alone isn't so bad when you're holidaying with BTC.
Amari!
Be sure to visit one of our stores today.
Over a decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long, yet the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
losing your furniture to costly termite damage? You need Rentokil Initials Drop-and-Go Furniture Fumigation, the only service like it in the Bahamas. Simply drop your furniture at a fumigation container located at 5th Terrace, Centerville, and collect your termite-free piece within days, sealed with our termite-free guarantee. Fast, convenient, affordable. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
Secretary General of the Commonwealth of Nations, Her Excellency the Right Honorable Baroness Patricia Scotland, conferred the Order of Excellence by Her Excellency the Most Honorable Dame Cynthia Pratt during a ceremony at Government House this morning. The Order of Excellence is one of several honors within the country's national honor system bestowed on foreign nationals who have made valuable contributions to the Bahamas. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis thanked the honoree for her contributions to the region, particularly the Bahamas, and added that her connection to the Bahamas is deeply valued and her legacy will always be remembered with gratitude and respect.
Baroness Scotland, your journey from Dominica to the world stage reminds us that greatness is not determined by the size of one's origin, but by the depth of one's conviction. Your leadership as Secretary General of the Commonwealth has been a study in courage and responsibility. You carry the weight of a region that often stands at the mercy of forces beyond its control. You ensured that our vulnerabilities were not hidden away, but brought forward as central to the story of humanity's shared future. When Hurricane Dorian devastated parts of the Bahamas, the world was reminded of the fragility of small island nations in the face of climate change. Yet, you reminded us that fragility does not define us. You highlighted that the destruction we face is a call to action for collective humanity.
Secretary General of the Commonwealth of Nations, Her Excellency the Right Honorable Baroness Patricia Janet Scotland, thanked the government and the people of the Bahamas for the esteemed honor.
The foreign minister said this has been a long journey, and it has. At times it's been a tumultuous journey, but it has been a journey buoyed up by honor, integrity, friendship, courage, and determination that was grown here in the Bahamas. Because no matter how one struggles, no one can do it alone. And without friendship, without support, without prayer, and fortitude and determination, we all fall.
Meantime, some 20 outstanding Bahamians will receive this year's 2023-2024 King's Birthday and New Year's honors by Governor General, Her Excellency the Most Honorable Cynthia Pratt during a ceremony at Government House tomorrow morning at 10. The honorees represent a cadre of valuable Bahamians from various categories, and we salute all of the honorees for their achievements. Other news for you tonight: the Eneas Street community buzzing with lots of activity this weekend. Scores gathering for the annual Eneas Street Festival, games galore and food, just some of the highlights. Also, Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernander honored for his national contributions.
It's amazing how people watch you. That's why you have to be so careful as you move in life, what you do and what you say, for them to remember you and say, boy, I remember this young man, and this is what I see happening here today. I come through this corner. My mom still lives in this area on the other side, Eneas Lane North, and every Sunday morning, I'm through this corner, reaching out to the young people, reaching out to parents in the area. Every Sunday morning, I come to my mom to get Sunday dinner. And that is something that I used to, although I get a little rowing from the wife, but that is something I used to with my mom cooking. But it's a pleasure to be back home.
Founder of the Eneas Street Association, Bridget Seymour, says the festival is important to pay homage to individuals who paved the way for future generations.
Eneas Street has produced top people, and so we This year, we are actually honoring all of those persons. There are 41 persons that later you will see where they are inducted into the Eneas Street family wall of heroes. So this festival is a little different than the others because we're now honoring those 41 persons that excelled in career and in the society of the Bahamas.
Sports is up next. Stay close.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Carpets, bed sheets, and that mat. There's a place I know. For shower curtains, comforters, and window curtains. Only one place to go. Fixing your home or automotive, there's no fuss. We put a smile on your face. Come and shop with us for all you need and more. Shop at AID for Christmas.
What are we gonna do? We forgot your daddy's birthday. He's in Eleuthera and we're all the way in Nassau. You got it? Okay. Yes, you're right.
Eleuthera for tomorrow? No problem.
Welcome to your Sunday Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports after nearly 2 weeks of intense Division I men's and women's basketball action. The Baha Mar Hoops tournament wrapping up play today over the Baha Mar Convention Center. A number of elite mid-majors facing off. We got up with tournament organizer Josh Franklin, who gave us his overview of how things shaped up.
Yeah, we're thrilled with how everything's gone. We envisioned this tournament back in 2017 when it was called the Islands of the Bahamas Showcase with just 8 teams. And now we've grown it this year. We had 18 teams on the island for what we now know as Baha Mar Hoops. Multiple different divisions from men's high levels to women's high levels and now our men's mid-majors that are wrapping up. We think that this tournament itself should generate somewhere between 8,000 and 9,000 room nights for the island, which is the most important part for us.
The Bahamian flavor was certainly all throughout the tournament as Baylor star B.J. Edgecombe and Ole Miss women's coach Sholette Maxie McQueen would participate. Franklin on the importance of showcasing Bahamian talent.
Yeah, we always target those folks. If we can get some of the Bahamians back home, that's what we want to do. VJ on Baylor's team was really exciting. Obviously, we got to see them win in a double overtime thriller. Great for television, great for those folks in the stands. And then Coach Yo, whenever we found out she was available to come back, I think she's been on island now 3 years in a row with Baha Mar Hoops, and then in the battle, and now back with Baha Mar Hoops again. So she's great to work with, and it's important for us to be able to bring some folks out to see those Bahamian athletes play.
And speaking of Coach Yo, her and the Lady Rabs would fall to UConn in the Baha Mar Hoops Women's Championship game, but she would speak about the opportunity of being able to play at home.
We always try to represent. This was not initially on the schedule for us to make this trip to come back home, but when Baha Mar Hoops had an opening, they thought enough of what we've done, the fact that they know I love my country, to ask us to come back home. So it meant a lot. It meant a lot to play Rima. She's been working really hard, and I know the Bahamian people have been wondering how she's been coming along, and as you can see, her best basketball is ahead of her. So
As for the field for Hero itself, set to participate are 9 members of the victorious U.S. President's Cup team, including Scotty Scheffler, Wyndham Clark, Patrick Cantlay, Sahith Theegala, Keegan Bradley, Russell Henley, and Sam Burns. On the international side, Sanjay Im, Tom Kim, and Jason Day, just to name a few. And that's been a look at your sports on this Sunday. I'll check on weather when you return.
From sinking last year to rising to the top this year, congratulations to Bach 2, the 2024 Best of the Best champ.
Thank you very much. Thank you. What this fella is, man?
Boy, I don't even think this boat registered. My Lord.
Bingston. Bingston.
Ernestine.
Bingston. Bingston, you daydreaming again?
Guess who I just win Best of the Best?
In what?
In this same boat, Buckto. I gotta go back to Madrid because I just got my award and this pretty young girl is supposed to give me some champagne.
Bingston, you gotta catch yourself.
Man, understand more to where I gotta get ready for the Best of the Best regatta coming to the Montague Foreshores from December 5th to December 8th. The top sailors from around the man, Ernestine, you wanna see me talking?
I'm talking.
With the best delicious local dishes and live performances. And guess what? I can be there shaking a leg.
Shaking what leg?
Ernestine, her shop.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales at CBS Bahamas and the CBS Pro Store. Not only do we guarantee the best prices on all your favorite building materials, we're proud to offer the best delivery program in all of Nassau. Whether you buy 1 box of screws or a truckload of plywood, island-wide delivery is just $5. And for our Family Island customers, we're proud to offer complimentary drop-off to the mailboat of your choice. Visit us today at the CBS Pro Store on Robinson Road and check out our website to set up your next delivery.
What kind of cars? You ain't even know where to park? Again, just don't park in the... Look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park in. Just don't park in the handicap spot. Yeah, that's handicap. No, man, you can't park in the handicap spot. I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long. Handicap spot, boy, what's going on, dog? I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way park here, I tell you we shouldn't park here. Don't get one of these things. My bar big bro, and he got a sticker inside that say this mod though. We gotta move. This is a handicap spot. Let's go, we gotta move. Don't we can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
Time now for checking tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Desmond. We have partly cloudy skies, temperature at 75 degrees, the relative humidity very rich at 80%. We have north-northeast winds at 4 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,016.3 millibars. That's 30.03 inches, and the pressure is steady. Now, your temperatures around the islands this evening, we picking up some 71s in Marshall, Babaco, Green Key. Also in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands, 73 degrees. Alisan, Bimini is 75. 75 also over there in Harbor Island and Roxanne, Eleuthera. In Otterstown, Cat Island, 76 degrees, 76 in San Salvador and Rome Key, Georgetown, Exuma. They 2 degrees up at 78 degrees, 79 in Ragged Island, Clownstown, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, McGuan, and Acklands at 78. Machitani, Nagua, the warm spot at 82 degrees, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 81 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight in the northwestern islands, those winds will become northwest to north at 12 to 18 knots, so those winds will be increasing as we get deep into the night. Wave heights building 3 to 6 feet. high tide. That will occur at 7:45 this evening, and as a result, we have caution flags in place for the northwest Bahamas tonight. And for the central and southeastern islands, northwest to north component as well, but speeds not as high, 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. And as we take you into Monday in the northwest and central islands, the winds become northerly, increasing further, 15 to 20 knots, so we'll see some breezy conditions on Monday, wave heights 4 to 6 feet over the ocean. Now, the low tide on Monday, that will take place at 9:26 in the morning with a high tide at 3:40 in the afternoon. And for the southeast Bahamas on Monday, the winds become northeast at 12 to 18 knots, wave heights at 3 to 6 feet with caution flags in place for both the northwest, central, and southeastern islands on Monday. And now we take you to our satellite picture, and this is how things are unfolding. We have that old frontal boundary now well to the southeast of the Bahamas, but there's a pre-frontal trough now working its way into the extreme northwest Bahamas around Grand Bahama and Abaco, and that will provide a little bit of clouds tonight and maybe 1 or 2 passing showers. But behind that, there's another frontal boundary across central Florida that is sinking quite rapidly towards the south and east. We'll push through the northwest Bahamas later tomorrow, and that will reinforce the cool temperatures we are currently enjoying. Breezy conditions this evening, otherwise partly cloudy with a shower in spots, 73 degrees for your low temperature. And tomorrow, we're looking at a little bit of rain in the morning. Otherwise, it's going to turn windy with clouds breaking with some sun developing in the afternoon hours as well once that frontal system goes through. The high temperature tomorrow will get up to 78 degrees. And your extended weather forecast, showers in the morning, looking better in the afternoon, lots more sunshine on Tuesday, and that will carry us into the early part of next week. But let's look at those temperature trends. Temperatures today will remain in the 70s during the daytime. Right through the next 7 days. That will take us into Saturday before we see an 80 popping up on Sunday. Those nighttime temperatures very, very comfortable in the mid to upper 60s. Desmond.
And this programming note, please tune into the ZNS Radio and Television Network, 7:30 p.m. immediately following this newscast for a national statement by Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernandez, followed by a special abbreviated version of the rundown with host Clint Watson. That ends the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching. Have a good night and a safe week.
At Fort Montague, I'm Opal Roach. This is ZNS.